This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Real news, it's not fake news.
Dance along the line.
Am I allowed to say that? Oh, I'm not looking. Anyway, guys. So yeah, we're ready. 1 second.
The left are liars. Stop the fucking bullshit.
Bye. Go home to mommy.
An army or a group. It only takes one person to fight for freedom.
Savage Uncensored.
Hey guys, what is going on? Happy Saturday to everyone that's joining us here on Savage Saturday live stream here. We got a unique guest here, which is, I mean, it's no surprise. I mean, we usually get some really interesting guests here on the show from time to time as it comes up, as we've had some many guests here on the show from different backgrounds. From politicians to comedians to movie stars to actresses to, I mean, even a few porn stars, so to speak. You know, I mean, we've had it all and constantly growing with different types of guests. But today we're going to be joined by a TikTok megastar in his own aspect, as this is going to be like probably like the second or third TikTok star that we've had on here, and we're going to get a lot of his information, you know, what drove him to TikTok and what drove him to some of his videos that he's constantly posting onto TikTok, which I find hilarious. And he goes by the name of No Filter Rocket Raccoon. And there's something here that my co-host here wants to ask him about the no filter, right? Like what's up with the no filter?
Yeah, well, not that much, but first, hello, and I'm glad we're on the Twatter Spaces, because I just dropped my latest Season 1, Episode 13 on Buzzsprout. It takes 12, 24, 48 hours to matriculate to iHeart or Spotify, but Constitutional Politics just dropped about censorship.
Oh no.
And in it, I ask, why am I still, my @JLeonardDetroit, still suspended on Twitter? So, wow, what convenient timing. So, those on the Twitter Spaces after this show, go to Buzzsprout, check out Constitutionalist Politics, and I have my federal tyranny hat. I hope will be dropping on savagedarmy.com at some point soon. But yeah,
it's scheduled to drop, Joseph. We actually have a scheduled dropping for that with that image and that graphic. I'm told, Shaky, when is that? Because you just told me the other day, like we actually have an image that we developed here in the studio. So we're looking around like towards like the end of September, early October. So you guys want to check out that on savagearmy.com. Yeah.
And speaking of September, those who tuning in video wise can see I still have my Never Forget 9/11 banner up on my green screen here. We're still in the week of 9/11. But yeah, regarding Rocket Raccoon. The first thing, another internet weirdo guest, Michael. Thank you. I'm just playing.
Yeah, I want to ask him where the hell he got this name from, because it's
Guardians
really
of the Galaxy 3. Are you stealing Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy? Is the first question that has to be broached.
It's a high possibility. It's a high possibility. Now, folks, if you are joining us on X, we are broadcasting live on X, where you'll actually see the X where it says conversation with No Filter Rocket Raccoon. We put that out there. We actually have somebody posting in the nest. Where did the name come from? I wish I could kind of sync in the audio, but I guess the technology is not there with Mr. Musk. So thank you very much, Musk. You have to work on that.
That bastard.
Jesus. telling you.
Yeah, well, I thought of that immediately when you told me he was coming on weeks ago. I was like, Guardians of the Galaxy immediately came to mind, and, you know, you trying to horn in on their thunder there, Rocket? Is the obvious question.
Right. It's an obvious question. It really is. But guys, before we bring in No Filter Rocket Raccoon, I do want to get into some sponsors where it's needed. I do want to thank one of our brand new exclusive sponsors, Blackout Coffee, guys. I love them. They are the Patriot of coffee. Right? I said that backwards, didn't I? Thank you, Shaky, for correction. They are the Patriots. There we go. I had to put the plural in, so I didn't really fuck it up that bad. They are the Patriots of coffee. They really are, guys. They stand by their word. They honor, they respect, and they give out huge amounts of shout-outs to all the Patriots out there, the MAGA Republicans, and the people that truly love this country. A little backstory of Blackout Coffee, guys. Blackout Coffee came from a dude with a dream, from constantly visiting different areas of South America, Cuba, Venezuela, Brazil. And he was like, you know what? Their coffee's phenomenal overseas, but it sucks in the States. So what his concept was to redesign a coffee in America that tastes just like the coffee that he went to see in Brazil and, you know, in different parts of South America. So, guys, if you want, scan this QR code. It works on your iPhone, your Android, and use the code MitchG20, right? If you scan the QR code, it's going to go right to our exclusive discount where you're going to get amazing deals on some of my favorite blends, which is their 2A, right? Coffee. Their Brutal Awakening. I love the names, by the way, Joseph. I mean, they're phenomenal. So scan this QR code for Blackout Coffee. Mention you heard it on Savage Unfiltered, and you're really going to be impressed with their coffee. But back to the show, Joseph. I mean, so we're talking about this No Filter Raccoon guy. Have you seen any of his videos before we bring him in?
No, first I've got to give you a hard time.
Oh, God.
I do this lovingly, but they have blands, not blends. You said blands.
Blands.
Ow!
They have blands. It's a coffee blend, Joseph.
Blands.
Yeah. That's what I said. Coffee blends.
Blackout coffee, perfect for the mornings following those blackout drunkenness evenings.
Yeah.
Right?
Savage.
Yeah. It is what it is, but you know.
Thanksgiving is a time for appreciation. It's a time to remember our many blessings, to celebrate with the ones that we love the most, and it's time for all families to be together. Let's eat.
Easy come, easy go.
Imagine a world of endless possibilities. A tastier, more flavorful world. Where you can imagine what a can can't. If you can dream it, you can stream it. SodaStream. Push for better.
But guys, we're about to bring on our guest here, and I have to put one pun intended on this dude. Apparently, this guy has a crazy obsession, Joseph, with midget strippers. I was checking out one of his videos, and there's this midget like doing like a little like, I gotta get off the chair with this. It's funny as hell. She's like bah, 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 like shaking her fucking like J-Lo midget ass. It's fucking hysterical. You guys gotta check it out.
A wise man once said, "It's the little things that count." And by the looks of things, I agree.
That reminds me of the old Springer show when he had on clown strippers.
Yeah.
Wild episode. I was not a Springer watcher normally, but I had to tune in for that episode.
Yeah.
Since we've talked about strippers on this show before, go back into the archives, the Cuban stripper, check out that episode.
Oh, that was fucking hilarious. But without further ado, guys, let's bring him in. Our guest for today here on Savage Saturday live stream, No Filter, Rocket Raccoon. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. So tell us a little bit about your story with TikTok. First, before you get into that, how did you come up with this name, man?
Okay. Originally, my account was Mr. I think I was called Mr. Oh, sorry, the CEO of comments. And I would just go through people's posts and make some smart-ass comments. And eventually, TikTok came out with the No Filter Rocket voice thing. And I started using that. And I thought it was hilarious. So I put those up. And a lot of people started to like them. Eventually, TikTok and their immense wisdom, they took it down, and I was left up to my own devices. Now, I am not associated with Rocket Raccoon. It's just a thing that started. But now I've become my own personality. Honestly, this is those intrusive thoughts that you have come to life, I guess, and started a TikTok. And now I think I'm on my 6th and 7th incantation of my TikTok account.
Oh, I like that.
Wow.
I like that. Like I said in the chat as we were leading into the show, you said, we'll be going live on Rumble after the proper introduction on Twitter. But as I was joking with Shaky, I prefer the improper introduction. Right? That's another double entendre, right? Go to savagearmy.com, get your that's another double entendre where?
Oh, yeah. So the videos that come to you on a daily or possibly a weekly basis, Rocket, like, how does it come first? Like, do they just come, like, naturally, or is some thought process played out?
Nah, not really. What happens is I'm already scrolling through TikTok, and in my account, I always get like videos of beautiful, thick women. I also get a lot of the modern women talking their bullshit. Hopefully, I can say bullshit.
We're unfiltered. Go ahead. There's no FCC here, so you're allowed to say whatever the fuck you goddamn please.
Yeah. Fuck the FCC.
There you go.
Also, fuck TikTok. Well, then, and what happens is I get inspired to say stuff, and I've always been inspired to say stuff. But you know what? In the society that we live in today, well, these are things that hurt people's feelings. So I found a place to say my shit. Unfortunately, TikTok, the pussies that they are, I particularly think that there's 1 or 2 or 5 moderators out there who really hate me and are constantly taking my shit down. I literally posted today a video that had nothing to do with anything sexual, and they said it was exploiting sexuality. Mind you, there's a lot of chicks out there shaking their asses in their little bikinis, and I can almost see their asshole. Chocolate starfish, if you want to be a little bit more.
I mean,
Whatever.
give us a break.
And that's kind of what inspired me. I got sick and tired of this shit with TikTok, and I felt I had to say something, and I could say it here anonymously, and it started from there.
You're right. They can literally twerk and show their assholes on TikTok. But you talking about it, oh my God, right? Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect that I brought my Constitutionalist Politics censorship episode today. Please check it out, Rocket Raccoon. Please post it on TikTok. They'll probably censor that. You posting about censorship.
Exactly. And that has happened to me. I've gotten one that I did on 7.0 about this guy, Al Weezy. And someone's doing, would you marry Al Weezy? Or I didn't even let it finish. I show this guy jumping off of a bridge. Obviously, it's me. And he falls into the mouth of a pit bull and gets chewed up. Well, they censored it, blocked it, because they said it was scams.
Wait a minute. They didn't even censor it. They went right to the block.
They went right to the block, and they said they took it down because of scam or some other bullshit, implying that there was some kind of financial scam. That I was like, how the hell did that turn into a financial scam? They just grasping at straw. They don't care anything about what the hell's going on.
Well, that is a scam. I've got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you, Rocket.
There you go. That must have been it. That must have been it.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. Now, the other one I posted on 6.0 today was, if you saw it recently, I posted a video of these 3 beautiful, thick Asian women doing their little dance.
Because I'm a gentle raccoon, and I can admit when I'm wrong. I think because I posted videos of thick Asian women and that offended some of you guys, I think the only appropriate thing is for me to give you the opposite, because obviously it seems like that's what you guys like. So here you go. Skinny lady Asian boys. This one is as pretty as a peacock. Here's a girl taking money out of the ATM. What pretty little feet. The pencil one. I wonder what she's thinking about. Enjoy your lady boys.
And I thought they were just yummy. Well, I posted that up, and a couple of guys were offended. You know, these girls are fat and flabby. Personally, I think you're a punk ass if you think that only skinny, rail, thin, model-looking ladies are attractive. But so I posted up a new one.
They don't get called out for their sexist, patriarchal bullshit.
Right.
But their version of wokeism and attempt to want to censor what they don't want to see, only what they prefer to see. It's just the same. It's just a different version of wokeism and cancel culture.
Exactly. So what happened was the video. I come up again and I apologize for the video that I had posted, and I show a little bit of it. Then I said, to kind of like ease everything with the guys who like the skinny girls, here you go. And I posted a video of a thin, rail thin girl on the beach, and I said, here, you like that? I love it. I fucking love it. Bony pelvis to wake you up in the morning, or something like that. And that was taken down for sexual.
Would this be your? Yeah, if I may chime in. So would this be your current video? Because I'm kind of checking you out right now as we're doing the live stream here.
Was posted this morning. It was literally posted this morning. It was posted this morning and it was taken out.
Yeah.
Come on. So I mean, I seen it, but
regarding the women thing, Dove now has got their asses in a sling. and being boycotted.
Oh yeah, I seen that, man.
Because,
Fucking dumb,
you know,
man. They're crazy.
all shapes and sizes are great. I'm not fat shaming, but when you normalize unhealthy obesity, that is a red line.
Exactly. And
Without a
to
doubt.
me personally,
Without a doubt.
there is a fine line between thick and fat. But I can't go on TikTok and say that, because the moment I say that, I'm going to be taken down. So, you know, I have to find other more creative ways of saying it.
Yeah, like this whole
Yeah.
Lizzo thing. I mean, Lizzo. I mean, praise her as a musical artist, although I think she sucks. If you want, praise her for her supposed musical ability. But let's be honest, she's being up there for the woke bullshit agenda of obesity normalization. And I'm sorry, I'm not down for that shit. It's unhealthy.
It is. It is very unhealthy.
If you noticed, they had a show for Lizzo on Amazon, I think it was, where she was trying to find new dancers, and all of them had to be overweight. And I had to watch it just because I was curious to see what the hell was on there. And I shut it off after the first episode when they showed this guy who came out there acting like he was a girl. I'm like, here we go with the woke bullshit again.
Yeah.
Just shut it off and let it go. I was done with it.
Lizzo is a hypocrite. Lizzo is being sued by a lot of her dancers for trying to peddle porn in their faces at clubs that they.
But here's the thing, Joseph. You notice when they imply that woke bullshit, that's automatically allowed on social media, right? There's nothing wrong with posting that, right? But as soon as you post something that has ethnical differences to it, like Rocket posted a woman on his social media, and all of a sudden that's sexualized. But women are allowed to tweak their asses. That I don't understand.
Not sexualization. I mean,
No,
that brings
exactly.
to mind Raccoon. Maybe you can address this, right? The sexualization for marketing and promotion purposes has always been there. I hearken back to Pat Benatar and her hypocrisy. They sex-potted her to no end to get her to take off her first albums. And then later she comes out with a song, Stop Using Sex as a Weapon. Excuse me? You hit the charts in part because of your sexual nature. They sexualized you to sell, Heartbreaker. Right? So spare me the feigned outrage now that you've made millions off of your sexualization. Now all of a sudden it's an issue.
Like keep it a stack. Move on 'cause they know I got beans. They be chatting, I don't give a damn, and I'm still getting money. I know who I am. Tryna be low, he gon' hit on my gram. If he smart, he gon' act like a fan.
Hey, it's Ice Spice, and today we're in the Bronx, and I'm about to show you around. The Bronx is still one of the most authentic places in New York, at least. I would say, like, it helped me be real, my music, you know what I'm saying? Fordham and Davison, where I grew up, both sides of my family, my mom and my dad, are from Davison specifically. Like, me, my dad, and my grandma on that side was in this building we about to pass. And then my abuela and my mom was down the block, but on the same block, which is mad funny. It's always a cat. That's one thing about a deli in New York, is always gonna be a cat in there, no matter what. Now we're in the deli that I used to come to after school. Delis are like very, very important in New York. I'm sure they're important everywhere, but like as a New Yorker, it's really important that there's always a deli walking distance. I told y'all it's always a cat in every deli. She's ginger. So gorgeous. What a cute color palette, right? I got cookies, chips, a croissant, and some water to keep it balanced and healthy. If I was to describe my music, I would say that it's a vibe. It's for the baddies that get it, for the confident people, for the people that get money, for the people that want to get money. It's just music to feel good to, music to get ready to work out to. This is the building that I grew up in. There's a little door down there, and that's like the pediatrician that I used to go to. So yes, like my doctor was literally right there, which is crazy. The Bronx is full of people from all different backgrounds. I think everybody I ever met is mixed, especially in the Bronx. But there's so many girls that I feel like are looking up to me or can see themselves in me, and I appreciate that. Like, I'm happy I could be that for somebody. My favorite part about the Bronx is Fordham, because Fordham is so active, like y'all about to see. I mean, a lot of people is in school right now, but Fordham is so active in like the best way possible. Side note, this supermarket is also, of course, very important to me because it's always been here. I'd get pretty much everything from here. I even applied to work here once. I worked here for like 1 day. Yeah.
How can I lose if I'm already chose? Like,
this is the McDonald's that both of my parents worked at. So yeah, we had to stop in for some fries real quick.
This woman like wants to shake her ass for you. Is that okay?
Who? She wants to shake her ass for me? Hey. Yeah. So we're in St. James Park where I shot Munch. Hi, baby. There's so many people here that's like, I feel like looking up to me or like seeing me as some type of role model. So I just really want to like, you feel me, help anybody out that I can.
What's up next for you and your music?
I am working on some new music. I hope to have a body of work out by next year. Some collabs that like even I didn't expect to have. And I have some like more really interesting things on the way that is just like unbelievable things, honestly. So I'm just so blessed and grateful to be here. Yeah, it's crazy. Thank you guys so much for coming with me on this mini Bronx tour. Very, very, very special place in my heart forever and always. Until next time, thank you.
in the hood, I'm like Princess Diana.
Bye, I love you guys so much.
Savage. Well, if you pay attention, you're gonna notice, and it happens to every female artist, pretty much, is that their stance on certain things are directly related to their age. So when they're young, they talk all this shit. We don't need a man. Girls rule the world. This ain't Build-A-Bitch and all that stuff. And the moment they start hitting their 40s and 50s, they start getting a little bit more contemplative, I guess. And then they start thinking about all the stupid shit that they said before, and they kind of start taking it back. They can't fully take it back. So what they do is they sing a song to try to sneak in their apology bullshit and hoping that nobody's going to notice. Unfortunately, for guys like me, and I think you two guys also, you notice the bullshit. You notice all the crap that they're trying to feed you. And we realize that the only reason you're acting this way is because you're old now. And the same thing happens with, what's-her-face, Beyonce. She talks this shit about, oh, Miss Independent, and I don't need a man. And the fact is, when she gets home, she knows that she's going to be a wife to her man, who makes a shit ton of money more than she does. It's just the reality of the thing. But nobody wants to realize that. Everybody wants to go with the men are shit and women rule the world, and then there's nothing you can do about it. It's a woman's world now. And the reality is, it's not.
Let's be clear. I mean, that's done with men too. I mean, a more handsome male has a better shot if they're talented to get a record or movie deal than an ugly male, unless if they're looking for that in a role. Look at Ugly Betty, right?
Yeah.
They
Ugly
didn't
Betty.
cast an ugly woman. They uglified her,
Yeah.
right? And dumbed her down. And she's all that. Look at that movie,
Exactly.
right? The whole point about, uglifying her at the start.
She was,
Look, her
she was
inner
always
beauty.
beautiful.
Yeah.
She just didn't know it.
Right.
Yeah.
And that cracks me up because I see them doing this stuff and teaching women this bullshit. And the reality is not every woman is beautiful. Even the really, really pretty ones, if you take all their makeup off, they're just plain. But with a little bit of makeup on, now they're all 10s and 20s and even the...
Well, they love using the filters. That's the problem. They love using those filters.
I use a filter for anonymity. They use filters to hide the fact that they're ugly. So I mean, it's a totally different thing. But they're trying to tell me.
Well, no filter. You do use a filter, but you're in your your human form right now, right? Is this what the Rocket looks like in human form?
Well, I would say this is my human form. I've done like 2 lives, and I had to use my human form because the filters don't apply. But
well, Michael makes a great point. Playing off what you said, Rocket. I want to be me. Take me for me. Accept me for me. Meanwhile, they're using a filter.
Yeah.
They don't buy their own bullshit.
Right, exactly. Exactly. See, I mean, I know that I'm using a filter. I'm not oblivious to the fact that I'm using a filter. And if you see my posts, you see I got busted teeth. I got 1 busted tooth. And I don't care. You know, I'm
hey, Rocky, what happened to the teeth, man? Did you get into a fight or something with another Rocky or what?
Yes and no. It's a long story, but I'll make it quick.
Hey, we got time.
This was in my younger days, you know, when I thought that, you know, you had that chivalrous bullshit in your head where you defend people. Well, particularly women. I saw this couple arguing and fighting, and the guy was beating the shit out of the girl. I mean, it was horrendous. And me being, you know, the knight in shining armor with that stupid mentality, I think I was like in my early 20s, I jump in and I try to separate the two. Well, the guy punches me in the face. The girl now yells at me, "Get the fuck off my man," and rams right into my face.
Where the hell was this at? Where was this at?
This was down in Chelsea when I was younger. And she rams her head right into my face, loosening a tooth.
Oh my God.
That's
right out, huh?
That's the
2 years
issue
later,
here.
tooth fell out.
Yeah, you get into these domestic situations and you're defending a woman and all this, you're not supposed to beat on a woman. And Tom McDonald, the rapper, the Canadian rapper's got a great song about beating a woman. Well, you know what? Maybe she deserved it, because if you can't be a feminist and claim, I wanted to be treated equal, I want to be treated just like a male, and then say, I beat on you, but you can't beat on me back. Well,
double standard.
That's the thing, Joseph. We live in a fucking cultural, negative, sensitive world where everything is like it triggers everybody. Like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Come on, guys, get real, man. Have a fucking bag of potato chips and a fucking Coca-Cola, for Christ's sake, and get on with your life.
It is fucking schizophrenic. We are living in a schizophrenic society, right? Treat me as an equal, and then, oh my God, you're treating me as an equal.
They want to be treated as an equal so long as it benefits them. The moment things get hairy and scary, all of a sudden they don't want to be treated as equal. They want to be treated like a lady, and that's the bullshit.
Like a lady. Oh, like
She's
a lady.
Yeah.
It's a double standard.
Yeah. So, guys,
and that's why I call people on their bullshit. That's kind of what I do, and that's kind of been my gimmick here on TikTok. On TikTok. No, I'm not on TikTok, but on TikTok, that's my gimmick. I see people with their bullshit, and I call them on it. And then TikTok chastises me and removes my stuff, and has even banned me, like I said already, 4 times.
Hey, Rocket, have you ever thought about going over to Rumble? I don't see you on Rumble. At least
I do have an account on Rumble. I've posted a couple of videos, but
yeah.
I don't know. I think I might do something more on Rumble, but right now I'm just posting like my old videos and the stuff that gets deleted from
there's less censorship on Rumble. I mean, YouTube, I'm still there. Most people still go to YouTube. I discussed that in my censorship episode of Constitutionalist Politics dropping today. Most people still go to YouTube, so you gotta be there. But yes, they censor. There are items I have on my @JLeonardDetroit Rumble channel that YouTube made me pull down. TikTok. I can't get into my TikTok account. They've locked me out of TikTok. So you fit right in here, Unfiltered Rocket Raccoon, because we do the same thing. Call the left on their fucking bullshit double standard manure.
Exactly, and that's the problem, is that you got people on the left, and even sometimes on the right, they got their bullshit too. But it's mostly the left, the progressives, those liberals that are crying about everything. You know, those little snowflakes, and they're talking about all their stuff, and they say it as if it was gospel, and you're supposed to believe their bullshit, and that's their little trick that they use. Men can't be women. Men can't be women. They chant that long enough, the rest of those idiots start believing that bullshit, and they start chanting it too. And then, surprise, surprise, they all start believing it. And then there's a couple of guys over on our side that start believing that shit too. And I'm like, no. For thousands of years, men have been men and women have been women. All of a sudden, this new bullshit comes out. Mind you, it's only been recently through this new administration, and all of a sudden it's being accepted. And that's what pisses me off. It's this double standard where they can say whatever the hell they want, but the moment you say something, oh, you're an asshole. They want to be, they don't want to be misgendered, okay? But they have no problem calling you a cis man, a cis woman, a breeder, whatever the hell they call women now. They have all these derogatory names for the genders that they come from. These are the people that gave them birth, but they're talking shit about them, and you can't misgender them. I mean, I've seen tons of videos of this. Look at me. I was just misgendered. I'm literally traumatized. These
I'm glad you...
With the other generation here,
I'm glad you said that, Raccoon, because we deal in principles, not personalities here.
Exactly.
Right? I am not a partisan hack. I have a YouTube video about snowflakes on both the right and the left that we need to educate and call out. Yes, there are virtue signaling snowflake idiots on the right also. We are fair and balanced and truthful here. Facts over fear. Right?
Yeah.
We call out anyone and everyone worthy of it, including Donald Trump, which sometimes pisses off our audience.
The 5-year-old mentality pisses me off, but hold that thought, Joseph. I do want to plug this in because we do have some people coming into our live stream on Rumble. Guys, you are actually listening to myself, Joseph, the co-host here, and our guest today, No Filter Rocket Raccoon. If you guys want to drop those comments, guys, drop them here, and we'll plug them in as soon as we can. If you have any comments here for No Filter Rocket here, by all means, guys, please keep those comments coming. We did have somebody that posted something for No Filter Rocket earlier before, stating how hard is it for you on the streets there as a raccoon?
Well, you got to understand, as you can see, I'm a human, right? But No Filter Rocket is the like I said, those intrusive thoughts in the back of your head that you never let out. So when I'm walking around, you basically see this hardly 6 foot, but maybe like 5'10", 200-pound guy, and most people try to avoid me. And I'm really a nice guy. I'm very sweet. Just don't fuck with me, because I will fuck with you back.
Wow. So you're a good raccoon. So I mean, it looks like you're actually indoors today. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah. Well, I move around a lot. Excuse me, my camera moved here. But yeah, I move around a lot. Today I'm at this is what.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, he froze.
Yeah,
So
he froze.
Basically, he's 5'10", 200 pounds. He looks like a thug. So
No, we got him back. We got him back, Joseph. Here he is.
So
there we go.
So you look like a thug at 5'10", 200 pounds. So people tend to avoid you.
People might think I'm a thug, but I think I'm a sweet guy. Once you get to know me, I'm friendly, lovable.
Content of character, as MLK Jr. said.
You know,
4 years ago, I was basically unemployed. A wanderer with no home. But now, I'm a husband and a father. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I don't know how you did it, Pops.
My job was a little less stressful than yours.
Oh yeah, I finally got a job. I'm the king of Atlantis. 500 million people from every known species in the sea call this place home. But that doesn't mean they all like me.
I'm gonna kill Aquaman and destroy everything he holds dear. I'm gonna murder his family and burn his kingdom to ash.
He must be stopped, or a global meltdown is imminent.
I think I know someone who might be able to help us. Ooh, you look rough.
Good job, little brother. High five.
Do not call me brother. I cannot believe you let this happen.
Yeah, well, I hate this job.
True king builds bridges, right?
True king builds bridges.
We need to find Manta.
He's different now. He's stronger than before.
It's the Black Trident. During King Atlan's time, there were 7 kingdoms. The Trident was a curse upon them all.
The Trident's dark magic is spreading.
He means to end the bloodline.
I don't know what lies ahead, but we can't leave our children in a world without hope.
You're not as bad at this as you think. If you lead, the 7 kingdoms will follow.
most people judge by a book by its cover. I mean, some not to, but they do. So most people.
We keep
Is
on
he
losing
on
him.
an iPhone?
No, he's a raccoon. He can only handle technology to an extent. We do have him back, guys. I do apologize those who are viewing us on Rumble. Rocket Raccoon is having some technical difficulties. Even raccoons have issues. So here he is. I think we do have him. Okay. Oh, he's in emoji mode here.
Yeah.
There he is. Okay.
All right. So, like I was saying, so I'll walk around and I'm fine. Most people just leave me the hell alone, which is fine by me as a guy, as a man. We've already gotten used to the being alone thing and people not talking to us. So that's okay. When I was younger, it kind of bothered me. But now I appreciate it. I mean, I think I've been 52, which is what I am now, but I've been 52 since the age of 25.
Oh my God, you don't age?
The human body does. But at 25, I was already
wait, that's a
years old.
long life for a raccoon. I thought raccoons only live for like 20 years. I mean, you outlived your life
oldest
cycle.
ones live like about maybe 13, 15 years old. But
Yeah, but you said you're like 50 years old, so you outlived your life cycle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And basically, like I said, I live in the back of this guy's head, remembering all of his memories. And now that I'm older and I have the platform, I let No Filter Rocket out to kind of say all the things that I've wanted to say that I was never allowed to.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of where it comes
it's
from.
your inner Don Rickles or Phyllis Diller.
I would say a little Don Rickles, because I love the guy. A little Richard Pryor, a little Eddie Murphy.
Wow, Richard Pryor. That's
a lot of those guys were great. Mel Brooks and that sense of humor is me. You know, one of my favorite movies is Blazing Saddles, and honestly, that was the first live that I did. I was trying to do a live watching the movie, and it was taken down after the credits rolled.
Wait, why did they take it down? That's
because it was offensive. The movie hadn't even played. It was just the
N-word is in it. The N-word is in it.
N-word, God forbid.
Oh yeah, we couldn't. Well, Joseph, you were allowed to say that in the 70s, I think, but like now it's offensive. You know,
Yeah.
it wasn't offensive in the 70s. Now all of a sudden it's offensive.
The whole point of it
Give me a fucking
being
break.
in the movie, just like with Huck Finn and
But to take the power
kill
away
a
from
mock- right, to take the power away and to call out racism. It was demonstrating absurdity with absurdity, as Rush Limbaugh would say.
But give me a fucking break. That's what I say. Give me a fucking break. I mean, come on.
And the movie is a masterpiece. I mean, it points out all the stupid bullshit that you humans do to each other with this guy's a Nazi just because he's German. He's black, so he's obviously this. The Mexican guys with the handlebars on their on their waist when they were online. It was hilarious. But today, that movie would have been
hilarious. It was hilarious.
Everybody would be offended by that movie today, and it's sad.
Even Three Amigos, which was much milder, would not be able to be made today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guys, I want to bring in a segue here before we close it out with Rocket here. Does everybody remember the Jerky Boys? Rocket, you should know what I'm talking about. Like, that was highly offensive. Or excuse me, it would have been highly offensive today. But no one had a problem with the Jerky Boys, with fucking Frank Rizzo and everything. Be like,
Well,
somebody help me build the blocks.
Yeah.
Build the
Even
blocks.
Howard Stern now now that he's older, is toning it down. He's no longer a shock jock. If you want shock, you got to come to the shock casters. That's us on Unfiltered, Savaged Unfiltered. We are the shock casters.
The thing is also, he's also looking at his pockets. I mean, he wants to make sure that money keeps coming in. So I know that when he was younger, I used to listen to Howard Stern. I used to listen to Howard Stern and Opie and Anthony. And what happened to these guys is that eventually the money got to them, and they were just so closed off to say things, and eventually they started realizing, okay, should I tone it down or should I make money?
Yeah, well, I'm from the Detroit area, so we know Howard from his W4 country days. He was always really a pussy. It's all an act. It's all a shtick.
WNBC.
He sold his soul for money early on. I was more a Don Imus fan.
Oh, God. Yeah. Tom Imus was just as worse, though, Joseph. I mean, that's just my opinion.
He was honest and upfront. It was all an act, all a shtick. It was all fun and games with Don Imus and crew. I mean, they never took themselves seriously like Howard took himself all so seriously.
WNBC.
The funny thing is that he became
WNBC. Remember, you got to get it up there, Joseph. WNBC. WNBC, right?
If we weren't so bad, we wouldn't be so good. Remember that? The tagline.
Yeah, I do remember
The
that
funny
one.
thing
Yeah.
about Howard is that he became who he made fun of in Imus. He always made fun of Imus, how Imus want to be isolated from everybody, and he became the same guy. And it's kind of why I stopped listening to him. It all became just more.
I stopped listening to him too, man. Like I thought Howard was fucking great in the fucking 80s, the 70s.
Oh,
but
yeah.
then as he got into like, 92.3 K-Rock up there in New York City, he started getting too comfortable with himself, with his content. And then it became too fucking scripted. It was like a fake Howard Stern back and at 92.3. And then when he got into Sirius, it was just as worse. Now he's like, he looks like a fucking scarecrow. Does anybody see what he looks like now?
Well, he kind of always did.
Terrible.
He looked like that spare Ramon. If you guys remember the Ramones, that's who he reminded me. He was like spare Ramon.
Well, yeah, Howard, when he went to Satellite, Opie and Anthony followed him, and Opie and Anthony had to be pulled even from Satellite because Opie, I think it was Opie of the two, flat out blatant racist. There was no act, and he
that was Anthony. That was
Anthony.
Yeah, that was
Sorry,
Anthony.
He
Joseph.
had some racist shit to say.
Yeah, but
you know what?
Opie and Anthony had a shtick. They would be locked out of the Satellite studios.
Exactly.
Recording Howard go by with his bodyguards. They locked down the lobby for Howard to go through because, my God, we can't let Howard encounter any humans.
And isn't it funny that that's the exact same thing that happened to Howard with Imus?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
he became Imus.
Yeah, but Rocket, do you remember Private Parts? The one we're talking about was called Pig Vomit. Like,
yeah,
it was like,
the guy,
Pig Vomit's attacking me. Hit him back, Howard. Hit him back, Howard. Okay, I'm gonna hit him, and he fucking hits him on the side of the fucking.
So Howard's a hypocrite.
Yeah.
He's now censoring himself. So it's all come full circle.
Man.
Yeah. And that's kind of why I used to really get a kick out of Opie and Anthony. When I started listening to them, I thought they were friggin' crazy because they would do all these crazy ass stunts, and they would get in trouble for it, and they would get suspended, and you'd have to spend like a couple of weeks of listening to best of and shit because they got kicked off the air. So, I mean, it's just the sign of the times because everything's so woke.
They had a lot of fun. They had a lot of fun antics too. I preferred Opie and Anthony over Howard too, but Imus was my favorite. Warner Wolf and the Let's Go to the Videotape. I mean, they were a lot of fun. Opie and Anthony were great for way over the top stunts and antics, like you point out. Howard to me has just always been a joke. But yeah, they had to be
talented at one point,
Anthony.
Joseph. He was talented, but he
definitely had talent. Yeah.
Yeah. Anthony just went way too far, and indeed his pure, unadulterated hatred for others.
He's gotten, but Joseph, he's gotten so politicized over the years. It's really, I mean, I think that's what's ruining his content now on Sirius. He's way too fucking politicized. Get away from the politicized market, Howard. Go back to the fucking 80s and 70s formula that you ran off, that you were so successful of. That's the fucking Howard that I miss. I don't like this politicized Howard because it's not him, man.
Yeah, well, his wife probably has a lot to say in this too.
What, Beth?
Howard.
Yeah, Beth Stern. I mean, But
you know when I knew he was done, when he married this new girl, Beth Ostrowski, and I saw pictures of her. I'm like, okay, this chick is gonna be the death of him.
Yeah, she reminds me of Allison, though. They're no different. They're very similar in a lot of different ways.
Allison was a little shorter and a little more natural looking, I could say.
But But
Beth definitely looks like
She hated Howard's work. She would always like say,
I think
because
it's
Howard was bringing on like naked women on his show, and he would put like,
and that's the thing, and that's the thing that I think would have ruined him even sooner if he kept on listening to his wife. The fact is, this was his job.
Deidre Imus never tried to tame Don's on-air antics.
Right.
But the other thing I liked about Don was, again, it was a shtick, and they were clear. It was all a shtick. Don was a loving, caring person and created the Imus Ranch for kids with cancer. I mean, what is Howard doing for anybody in need? He's only lining his pockets. R.I.P. Don. Love you, miss you.
Yeah, you're right, Joseph. He's not contributing anything. He's just he's on survival mode right now, pretty much.
And I kind of stuck with Howard Stern for a while, and I had him on Sirius XM for a while until he started doing America's Got Talent, and I was like, yeah, this is the point where he jumped the shark, for sure. When he did America's Got Talent or whatever the hell show he was on,
yeah,
and I saw him on that, I was like, oh, okay, we're done.
Jump the Shark. What a great reference for us older folks who know what that is.
Yeah, he definitely did that one. I mean, it was, and that's kind of when I stopped listening, you know.
Yeah.
And like O&A, I would still listen to, but they fucked up their chemistry. Unfortunately, they had a lot of animosity and hatred for each other, and then they never made it out.
Yeah, Opie talked about that. I mean, when they went to satellite, it was purely for the revenue, because at that point, Opie could not stand Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. And that's exactly it.
Guys, I hate to chime in, but we're losing time here, and I have to get this in,
No
guys.
problem.
If you are listening to our live stream, I do want to thank you for jumping over to Rumble. As this is going to be an exclusive announcement, guys, on Savage Unfiltered. We are no longer going to be streaming on YouTube. The reason for that is, one, our streams have been effectively negative on YouTube. The streams are constantly lagging on that. And I think that is due to YouTube's censorship issues that they constantly have. And, I just don't want it for the show. Because you guys deserve great quality. You guys deserve great content. And I know I can do that on Rumble, and I can't do that on YouTube. So YouTube, thanks a lot. But guys, if you are fans on YouTube and you still want to see content, not to worry. All our replay live streams will be published on YouTube, as well as Facebook and other video outlets we're affiliated with. But guys, if you do want to see the live streams, jump over to Rumble. Search Savage Unfiltered, and usually around 12 o'clock Eastern to about 1 o'clock p.m. Sometimes we go over a little bit, but depending on how the show is, you're going to see all that content, as well as our producer cuts. We do producer cuts, guys, every week. So right after this live stream, guys, if you are viewing us on Spotify, iHeart during the week, you're most likely hearing a producer's cut. What I mean by a producer cut is there are more fillers, more CGI, more graphics, and more commercials. If you guys are not a big fan of commercials, that's okay. You can jump over to the live streams every Saturday, and it's commercial free. So if you are viewing us on Rumble, guys, you are actually seeing an entire show commercial free. So just wanted to throw that in there. And also, too, guys, today, which is, September 16th, depending on how you view this episode, this is going to be the last episode for a week, as we're going to go into a hiatus mode just due to me needing a break. I'm going to be actually going out of the state of Florida here, looking at some places because we are actually moving out of the state of Florida. Don't worry, the show is going to continue, but I'm just going to be going into about a week, a little after about a week and a half almost of a hiatus, just, taking a break and, scouting for my next house that I'm going to be living in. So anyway, guys, just wanted to throw that in there. Joseph, do you have anything, man, before we close it out here with Rocket?
Yeah. he's going to look for a residence. Right now.
Pretty much.
Michael is as bad as Biden. He's the vacationer in chief.
Oh, God.
Just a loving jab, all in fun. And
Yeah, we have to throw that in there as a disclaimer because you know how the snowflakes there over there on YouTube and fascist Facebook will be like, Joseph, you're a mean person for saying that to Michael. Michael's a really nice guy. Why do you have to say that? You know. But guys, as we close it up, I do want to thank No Filter Rocket Raccoon for joining us, guys. If you want to know anything about No Filter Rocket Raccoon, head over to his TikTok page, which No Filter, you got a nice presence there on there. I mean, it seems like you're doing well. Yeah.
Well, I was doing a lot better before. I think I was up to 15K followers, and then I got banned. Then I got up to 6, and then I got banned again. So now I think I'm like at almost 2,000 followers. Hopefully the rest of these guys will find me. But yeah, you'll find me on No Filter Rocket 6.0, No Filter Rocket 7.0. Also, just search No Filter Rocket on Instagram, Rumble, Clapper, ABPV, and you'll more than likely find my stuff. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, by the way, I don't have merch yet, but I will be putting merch up soon. If you go to my buddy's page, the shkshop.com, SHK, the School of Hard Knocks. Go to his page. He's got a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool T-shirts, and I will be featured on his page soon with my own merch. I was gonna have a hat today and a mask and a T-shirt to show you guys, but unfortunately, it hasn't been delivered. My own fault. I didn't put in the right address. So there you go.
No Filter. You got to stop using that. Those communist fucking postal companies. You should have went with something more American.
Unfortunately, it's the post office. They're always the ones who fuck up, and they're always the ones who want to be funded. Personally, I think they should get rid of the post office because
without a doubt,
they're a waste of money. And UPS and FedEx and even DHL do a better job at delivering shit than they.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Yeah. No Filter, man. Thanks a lot for coming on, brother. And,
man.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the exposure.
Yeah, it's been a great honor having you on, man. I'm a big fan of your comedy.
Thank you,
guys. Again, check out No Filter Rocket Raccoon. I almost fucking butchered the name. It's all right. I've been talking to him for over an hour. Over an hour now, and I'm fucking butchering the name. I don't know what the hell's going on. But check him out, guys. No Filter Rocket Raccoon on TikTok. Puts out amazing set of comedy work with his videos. Rocket, thanks a lot, buddy.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Joseph. Have a good day.
Yeah,
Take it
thanks
easy,
for
brother.
coming
Take
on,
it easy, brother.
Rocket. I just followed you on Instagram.
Yeah. So, Joseph, as we close it up, man, any final thoughts on
I just
Raccoon?
followed Rocket on Instagram. I'm going to try to look him up other places.
Yeah, I'm still banned on Instagram. I can't fucking follow him at all,
I'm still on Instagram. You're banned. You're still on TikTok. I'm banned there. So, yeah, there's no fucking rhyme or reason to this, and exactly why it was cosmically coincidental. My Constitutionalist Politics podcast episode today about censorship.
For God's sake, stop censoring me. This is Sally Misakalaki from Queens, New York. I'm telling you right now, if you continue to ban Michael Gardner of Savaged Unfiltered, we're going to give you a salami sandwich and a bruiser bee cake. Okay?
Don't be a Karen. Go to savagedarmy.com for the Roar, Restore Our American Republic gear, and the Don't Be a Karen, and the other Facts Over Fear, and all that other stuff. Better dead than woke. please buy a Better Dead Than Woke shirt. There is nothing that will piss off a libtard more than to see you walking around in a Better Dead Than Woke shirt from SavageArmy.com.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, guys. So we're going to close it up, guys. Once again, guys, make sure you hit that notification bell on all major social media platforms, whether it's our video podcast on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, and also to our audio, guys. I highly suggest you check us out on audio. I want to thank our many listeners and followers on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple. Thank you very much. The growth on our audio is constantly growing, so thank you very much for that. Thank you for your support, guys. We're just about hitting season 5 here on the show. We will be reaching season 5 on December 15th of this year, so thank you very much. Like I said, this show depends on you, because without an audience, we don't have a show.
Our
very
audio is getting a growth. Don't they make a cream for that?
Of course. Oh, over the head that was.
There's a double
Jesus.
entendre.
So, yeah. You're damn right there's a double entendre. So, yeah, guys, I'm out of words. I'm out of breath. I'm going to go get a glass of water. My back is fucking, it's getting a little bit better. I had some movie extra shoots I was doing this past week up in Jacksonville. So I took a hard hit, guys, as a stunt double. If you guys check the episode out just yesterday on our Friday's episode, you're going to understand where I was going with that. But I'm going to put a little Ben Gay on it, Joseph, and I think it'll be a lot better. But, you know, it is what it is.
As we all know, you are still gay.
Of course. I'm the gayest of gays. But anyway, guys, thanks very much. Keep it savage. And until next time, guys, take it easy.